Welcome back to another sheep video. Today I'm going to just do a docking video. It's going to be this little southbound ewe lamb here. She's about 4 or 5 days old. I've been pretty busy the past couple days, and I haven't had an opportunity to get to it. I like to get to him about 3 days old. I think I've mentioned that before. And so, hang on, little girl. So, one of these reasons you're not sure about what's going on here. This little lamb has got some poop built up under her tail, but that's all right for the docking. It's no big deal. But this is one of the sanitary reasons we do this for. Now, I've seen plenty of sheep be full-grown adults and have their full tail. It'll work, but it gets into some other stuff later on that we just want to try to avoid. How Mama's a very protective mama, and so she's discussing her disinterest in my holding of her lamb here. So I got this little 1cc syringe, and when you purchase the tetanus antitoxin, this is the 10 count package. So you get 10 of these little bottles. And my other talking and castrating video, there's not a, it's a single pack. So just shake it up a little, draw your pressure in your syringe. Careful, Mama. The baby's here. Now, stick it in and I blow that air in. If you get, I like to do an angle like this when the bottle gets a little lower, or even, but you have to be really careful not to bend your syringe. And sometimes you have to push in and draw back again. If you draw too much, Mama. All right, we'll see how this goes. Mama just broke my camera holder on the tripod. All right, so we're gonna finish drawing. Don't wanna draw too fast because you could draw an air bubble in there. Now, those of you that know how to do this, I mean, enjoy the entertainment here, but those of you, this is really meant for those that don't know how. This is gonna be their first time or experience or whatnot. So, don't hold the cap in your mouth. Have it handy, but don't hold it in your mouth. Make sure your needle's straight. This little lamb, she's not too big. I'll give her a tetanus antitoxin shot here. Intermuscular, she's a breeding ewe, so I'm not too worried about any kind of damage to carcass or anything for evaluation later. If you're doing it for jackpot lamb or carcass hanging lamb, then consider a different source. But tetanus, that really probably not going to do anything anyways. So I'll just rub it in. Now, I'm going to go with, give you a couple examples here while I'm doing this. And I'm ultimately going to wind up doing the lamb dock for this lamb as a show you, which is going to be pretty short. If you wanted to on these elastrators, you could notch right here at the very tip with the Dremel or something, a file, to make it so this band, this elastrator band, stays in there a little better. These are the ideal bands. You can get the ones from, orange ones from Premier. I recommend those. You can kind of get into some of those really cheesy, cheapy brands on Amazon if you're one of those big Amazon shoppers. So be careful with those. They may come from the same place, like I've mentioned before, but I can't guarantee they'll work. Never used them. Mama, I don't need you all over the video now. Oh, it's about darn near knocked my camera over again. All right. So if you wasn't going to be this ewe lamb, turn her this way, I'll turn a little sideways. Mama, that's my camera, you already broke it once. So, if we were just going to let this ewe out to commercial pasture, we weren't worried about it. We could do a little dock like this. To me, this would be a little long. I'd prefer to see something maybe now this does cause some discomfort in case you're wondering. The lambs don't struggle because it's discomfort. This is about 1 inch. This would be appropriate if the ewe's never going to go out to show or anything. Now, the whole purpose of this short dock on the showing sheep is aesthetics. It brings the rump into a different look, gives you a nice good look on the rump. So that would be a commercial. You could, or breeding, or long-term purposes, say if this lamb's going to be showing slick sheared, so we're going to go pretty tight. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. Don't let me stress you out too much. We can go a 1/2 inch, or maybe a little more like this right here. That's 1 knuckle of my finger. And that'd be okay, maybe. It'd be a little long, but we're going to come up in here, get this tail up, get right up as close as we can there. And I'm going to look at it, make sure I don't have anything important stuck in there. So, oh baby, she doesn't like it. Like I said, it's discomfort. Looks good. Put that up there as close as I can. I'll stick my finger in here like this and slide it off. Now I'm going to put 1 more band up in there. I've got 3. I carried a couple extra out in my pocket. But this second one goes up and above. Now these little lambs, they'll kind of flop around a little bit for a few minutes. Like I said, it's discomfort. Now, animals, these sheep, their pain tolerance is different than us as humans. So, but this has actually been done a long time like this. People have been doing this way for a long time. It works real well. It's very sanitary, very humane in my opinion. I'm not going to say it's fun for them, but the pain goes away pretty quickly. Now, there we go. I got the 2 bands on I'm going to demonstrate with. Okay. After this, we're going to put little lamb down. In case you want to see what she looks like. Mama, careful of that camera. This upper band would be our slick sheared weather style dock. We could probably even go another one. And then this one down here, here we go, is pretty good for a breeding sheep fitted type sheep dock. And it'd be good, you could even be okay here probably in just commercial application, but usually those guys like to leave a little bit more. It resists rectal prolapse that way. And this is a pretty simple little process. See in the lamb, you can see some strain on her face, but she's not too much discomfort. She doesn't like what's going on, but baby. But it's what's happened, and I almost forgot the 3rd band, just in case I needed it. I like to bring it in and come above that other band where I was at. And she's got a little poop on here, so I'm having a little struggle getting up in there. But I put it right above the other band I put on. And I find the 2 bands works real well. It serves as a good backup, and it's an inexpensive way to get this taken care of. So I have the 2 bands on. And so the next, we'll come back and do. Okay, well, we're going to come back now in a couple days, and 3 days probably to be exact, 3 to 4, depending on my schedule. That's pretty much on-call craziness. But then we'll remove the rest of that tail so we don't have a decaying tail hanging on the lamb, especially in the summertime or spring, where that way we can resist the amount of maggots or something that could get on there. Whew, got a stinky tail on this one. She's starting to rot. It's Friday. I did that last segment of video you saw on Sunday afternoon. So this tail here ought to be pretty good and dead. Use my cutters here. This is what I use. So just open them up. I'm not cutting the whole tail off, just like this. And boom, we're done. Now I mentioned maggots and stuff in that last segment. That can happen. It's not something that does happen. It's not a guaranteed deal. There's Mama checking out baby. What do you think, Mama? You want to see baby? All right, so the tail's off. She had her antitoxin, or tetanus antitoxin injection, which is good for 14 days. We're still within that protection period. That's why we give it. And so she's got resistance to the tetanus. We do have a mule here, a little donkey mule. It depends on what we call him for the day, but equine carry tetanus naturally in their intestine. So that's one important thing. Plus, it could be also in the soil. So that's why we do the navel, because you can get bacteria and other types of things up in that navel when we iodine the navels at birth. So her tail's done. It's just going to be that little nub there, and then it's going to come off. So she's good to go this time of the year. You saw me wearing a jacket last time. Here it is Friday. I went 5 days. I got pretty busy. And we're expecting rain, and it's almost 70 degrees. It's crazy winter this year. So she's good to go now. We'll conclude this video maybe with a few final thoughts, that you do want to give the tetanus antitoxin at the time of the docking. Like I said, it's good for 14 days, and it should be good to go, and that also will cover this trimming. If you do it too soon, like I mentioned before, the nerve endings are there. You may get a kicking. The lamb's not going to like that. They're not going to like that discomfort level. Even though they have a pretty high pain tolerance, they're not going to like it. That's a nerve. Just like if you got a bad tooth, you know. So if you have any questions, please put them in the comment section below. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.